What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Drea Kay, back with another episode of Let's Tell a Story. I have here Miss
Coleachia, better known as Coco the author.
How are you today?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. The weather is horrible here in Louisiana, but we're here. We're
course.
talking.
That's right.
So, for the people who may not know you, tell them where they can find you. What do you do?
Yep. I am a self-published author. I just released and self-published my first book, A Perfectly Imperfect Life, and that book can be found on Instagram at Coco_the_author.
Tell me about your book. Where did the inspiration come from for that book?
Well, it came from where I started off about to write about my life story because I've been through a lot.
A lot.
May not look it, but I've been through a lot.
Thank God, huh?
Thank God. So, and I started writing about my life story, but then I took a step back and I said, you know what? I feel that I have so much more to do. God wants me to do so much other stuff. You know, I have so much more to accomplish. So I'm going to hold off on that. And being that I have an imagination out of this world, right? I have an imagination out of this world. So I say, you know what? Let me see if I can just go ahead and put some of those imaginations on paper. So I came up with this story, this whole fiction story, and when I tell you, when I started, I couldn't stop, and it kept flowing and flowing and flowing. So you know what? I said, thank you, God. This is my gift.
Thank you,
right? Thank you. This is my gift.
So what was the process of actually, what was the writing process behind the book?
The writing process, so what I did, I just wrote until I, couldn't write anymore. And whenever I did my research on how many words a fiction story should be. So whenever I first finished it, my first draft, I felt that I didn't have enough words. So I went back and I added some, and it was easy. It was easy. So I would say just write until you can't write anymore, and then after writing, of course, you have to get it copyrighted before you send it to anybody because you don't want nobody stealing your stuff.
Hello.
Yeah, you don't want anybody stealing, your work, your hard work. You put a lot of hard work and dedication in that stuff, so you want to protect it at all costs. So basically, sending it to copyright and then editing and formatting. And, I did my research on, the best editor, the best formatter, and that's just that.
So how long did it take you to actually write the book?
Okay, I would say it took me, no lie, 2 years, but. It wouldn't have taken me that long. Is that I was playing around with it because I thought, I was just playing around with it. I didn't know that it was gonna turn out to be something so great. It's great, but something so great. So it took me 2 years. That's because I was playing with it. I would go months and months without writing until I started telling like a coworker and my friends and my sister about the story. And whenever I tell, their eyes got so big. So whenever their eyes got so big and they were intrigued and they were all into the story, I was like, you know what? I have something here. So let me stop playing with it and go ahead on and do what I have to do with it. But I would say it can take about 6 months.
6 months.
6 months. Tops. Mm-hmm.
So what motivated you to keep going and keep pushing just to get the story done and just to get it finished?
I made a promise to myself. Whenever I start something, I don't like to quit.
Yes.
I'm not a quitter. No matter if I have a full-time job, working 40 plus hours a week, a mom, a wife, all of those duties. Many hats. I was like, you know what? I finished it. I started this. I told people about it. I have to live up to it, and I am going to finish. So I made a promise to myself. I had to go. I had to do it. And I feel that God wants me to do much more than just sitting behind a desk, right?
Yes.
Working for somebody else's dream, right? And he gave me that gift. So I need to use it, and I need to really, really just not take it for granted and do what I have to do with it instead of playing around with it, because that is a gift.
When was that moment that you finally decided, or that you felt like God was finally telling you, like, you need to do this, you need to get it done?
Whenever I had people, because the people that I did tell about the book, whenever I told them about it, it was like, where's that story? Where is that book? You have such great material. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting for? Release that book. So I know that was a sign that, it's time. And I just went and
A push.
that push. And whenever you announce things like on social media, it's time to do it's time to do
It's already out there
it's
now.
already out there. It's already out there because those people are going to be on you, right? Like grave on rights. So it was already
The pressure.
that's right. So, and I did that on purpose. So that's why I announced it on social media so that, you have to release this book.
Strategic.
That's right. That's right. I know what I was doing.
So, what is the purpose of the book? What do you think the purpose is for the book?
For the book, you know what? I think even though that is a fiction story, I think it can help so many women and even so many men because the story is so relatable. And I'm sure everybody or they know somebody that has been through what that main character is going through in that story. So I think that the purpose of that book is to help the next person. I mean, that's the plan. I mean, that's the goal. I will hope, because it's a lot in there.
Do you feel like you're being used by God in this way?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? I remember one time at church, this prophecy, right? She came and she said, God wants you to help his children. He wants you to help his people, right? So I know that's the opening doors to doing that, right? That's gonna open so many doors for me so that I can help his people. Women in particular. I mean, I help men too, don't get me wrong. Right?
When we have time, women is the priority,
Right,
okay?
but women most definitely, that face adversity and all of that stuff. So I want to help the next woman because we have it so hard. Women have it hard. Not trying to play the victim or anything, but women have it hard.
It is.
So I think that's just an opening door to do those things, and he's gonna continue to bless me so I can be a blessing to others. So.
While doing this as your purpose, what challenges have you ran into along the way?
I will say
It could be mentally, something, whatever.
Yeah, you know what? I would say trying to get it. Well, let me go back because whenever I was trying to release it, I hit so many roadblocks when trying to release it, and so I would say that was like the biggest challenges, depending on other people to get things done for me, right? So now, whenever I get ready to release part 2, I know what to do differently. So I would say that was like the biggest challenges, probably just depending on others to come through what they were supposed to come through with.
So with that experience, do you kind of take that as a learning experience?
Absolutely, and I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful
Going into other things?
Absolutely, I'm thankful for it, and not to be so dependent on others, right?
So what is the next vision for this book? What do you want to what is the success that you want to see this book do?
TV, baby.
We getting on television, okay?
So if anybody's looking, Tyler Perry, Netflix,
Stars,
HBO,
Cinemax, Showtime,
Issa Rae.
I love her.
I love her to death, girl.
Her new movie's coming out next month.
I cannot wait.
I can't.
I love Insecure.
Oh my God.
And I look at people like her, right? How she came, she was a YouTube sensation. And look how she started, and look where she's at now. So I could just see myself, right? I could just see myself doing something like that. Girl,
exactly.
Just that manifesting. Just I can see it.
Who are your other positive influences that you look up to in the industry, or may not even be on the industry, may be in your everyday personal life?
I would say, of course, her, Issa Rae, like I said, and also I would say my sisters, my friends, because a few of them are single parents, and when I tell you that the stuff that they go through, because I have help. I'm married, so and how they just go hard and just like turn everything off, like and nothing is wrong, still go on with their lives, like it's all good. And I
Super
admire
moms.
that. I admire that strength. I admire that strength. So I would say, my sisters, my friends, and in the industry, I would say Issa Rae. I love her.
So I'm pretty sure your husband had a lot to do with the inspiration and motivation behind your dreams and your goals. So tell me, how did you meet? Where did you meet? When did you get married?
Girl, so let me tell you. So we actually met in college. It's so crazy because we went to technical school. So it's so crazy because I had a technical school about maybe like 15 minutes away from my house, right? But I decided to come all the way to Baton Rouge, I guess for that reason, right? God say no, skip.
Go that way.
Yeah, go that way. I want you to go that way. So I went there, and at the time, he was dating someone. I was dating someone. But
Taken.
but I mean, not saying that, whatever. So we were
Think
friends.
what you want. Hello.
We were friends. We were good friends. And then after we graduated, I got a text message about 2 years later. I still had the same cell phone number, and I got a text message, and it said Coleachia, and I was like, "Hey, who is this?" And he said, "Holden." I said, "Oh my gosh!" And at that time, he was single. I was single.
Ooh,
So that's
destiny.
Destiny, girl. Destiny. I hope y'all believe in destiny because it is real. But destiny. And then about 2 years later, we got married. And been together ever
Been
since.
married.
Oh, and we have a handsome baby boy as well. He's 8. Yep, he's 8. So yeah.
So being on the platform that you are, do you feel like it's important to kind of bring awareness to marriage and kind of just hype it up in a sense, or just to motivate other women, just to let them know, hey, I'm married, I have a successful marriage, I still believe in love, we still love each other.
Yes.
How important is that to you?
That's so important because I mean in this generation, right? In this generation they make it seem to whereas marriage don't exist or a good marriage don't exist, right? But let's go ahead and delete those stereotypes because it is real, right? And I just hate that whenever you say marriage, you be like, oh, some
my
people
God.
get scared, or some people's like, oh, it can't be real, because they look at like the older people back in the days and how their marriage was compared to other people's marriages. But I mean, I absolutely love being married. I absolutely love. Now, don't get me wrong. He get on my nerves sometimes. I get on his nerves sometimes, right? But that's all about, that's the beauty of the marriage and, the relationships. You have your ups and downs, but it's just how you guys come together and overcome, those obstacles. So it is beautiful, you guys.
Do you feel like you were prepared to be a wife?
Yeah, I think so. And you know the good thing about my marriage, right? It's like I can still be myself.
Yeah.
Like when people say that you're a wife, so you're supposed to just not really go out on trips with your friends, because I still travel the country with my friends.
Hello.
I still go places with my sisters. I travel with my sisters. Go out to
You have a life outside of
I
your
have
marriage.
a life out, and that's very important. That's very important in a marriage. You have to have that life outside of that marriage, both male and female. Both male and female. You have to. And that's the beauty of it, just, having a life outside of that marriage. He let me just be myself. He let me wear what I want to wear. He let me say what I want to say.
Thanks, babe.
Of course. So, yeah, it's beautiful, you guys.
So, what advice would you give women who are pursuing their goals and their dreams? They may be married, they may not be married, but what kind of advice would you give them, just as a form of encouragement to them?
I would say, you guys, don't let nobody tell you that you cannot do it, right? smash those goals, be determined, just do it. Don't get discouraged, because everybody had to start somewhere.
Exactly.
Right? Everybody had to start somewhere. Nobody started with
At the top.
with millions and millions of dollars. So you have to start somewhere, but just don't give up, you guys. Don't get discouraged, And I know it can get hard, but just keep God first. Pray, ask for guidance. Ask for guidance.
That's important.
Ask for guidance. Make sure he put that on your heart, right? Make sure that's what he wants for you. So just ask for guidance and keep pushing. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it, because you can. Yep.
So, what do you have coming up for 2020? What's in the works? What's coming up for you?
So, part 2 of my book, A Perfectly Imperfect Life. If you guys thought part 1 was good, just wait until you read part 2. It is so good. I shocked myself. I was yelling at myself whenever I went back and read it, like proofreading it. I was like, oh my God,
Girl.
I am crazy, right? I have crazy mind, crazy mind. But yeah, releasing part 2 of the book and just getting it out to the world, because locally, people know it. Locally it did very well with sales and everything else. But now my goal is to get it
Expand.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Expand. So I'm gonna do a lot of more traveling. I'm gonna stop being shy and timid, right?
Hello.
I'm gonna stop being shy and timid and really, start approaching people, and not be afraid to, approach people. And I mean, I may get a no, but that's all right, because I'm gonna keep on pushing. Until I get a yes. Right? Until I get a yes, I am gonna keep on pushing. So yeah, just releasing part 2. Expanding, both books out, and also trying to get it into the right person's hand to get that mug on television. That is the ultimate goal.
That's the ultimate goal.
That's the ultimate goal.
Well, us here at the Antidote, we wish you all the luck and blessings
Thank
and
you.
everything. Success.
Thank you.
I look forward to working with you in the future.
Yes, absolutely.
Because hello.
Yep. Be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout, please.
Be on the lookout. And don't forget these names and faces.
Well, this has been another episode of Let's Tell a Story with Drea Kay and Miss
Coleachia, aka Coco the author.
Make sure you check out her book. Make sure you support. Check it out, read it, be on the lookout for her other adventures as well. Follow her on Instagram as well as The Antidote. You can check out this interview on theantidote.com as well as The Antidote on YouTube, and follow me, Drea's Story. I have a lot coming on. I got a lot coming up. So yeah, we out.